Today is the day I'm finally getting around to decorating the house for fall. I'm gonna start in the family room. I don't even know what I wanna do in the dining room, so we're not gonna get to the dining room today. But there are a few things that I want to get from Joann's. I'm gonna head there first. I have like a few items that I have in mind that I wanna get. So we're gonna stop there and come back and get to decorating. Now, first of all, I am using a new camera. This is my first time using this camera. I have just missed doing like vlog style videos where I can like hold the camera and like move around. When I use my other camera, which is the only camera I've been using for the last, I think my camera broke in January. So I haven't had this kind of a camera since then. I've only been using my heavy duty one. And what I miss about this is I can like walk around and it's just more casual. I don't know, I don't like having to have the camera set up all the time. The only thing I didn't realize when I got this camera, this is the first time I've ever used this specific one, is the screen is over to the side. So it's weird. I'm used to seeing the screen as I talk, where I'm looking at the screen right now, but you can tell I'm looking off to the side. But if I'm looking at the lens, I don't know, it's just weird. It's something I'm gonna have to get used to. Other than that, I love this camera so far. So we're going to head out to Joann's, go grab a couple things, and then we will come back and decorate. Before I go, I have to show you my cute graphic tee. This is actually something you can get in my Etsy shop right now. So I do have like some fall and Halloween merch in my shop right now. If you wanna go check that out, I will have it linked below. So I'm wearing, this is the color Yam. I'm wearing a size large. These are really, really good quality t-shirts. They're like heavy duty. There are thinner graphic tees, and I do have a few designs that are in a different shirt brand. This brand is called Comfort Colors, and it's just a really good brand. It kind of gives more of a washed up tee look, like the shirt by itself does. Anyway, I love this. If you want an oversized look, make sure you up your size 1 to 2 sizes and you will be good to go. Here are some things that I just picked up from Joann. So I got a few stems. I'm just looking for something that's a little bit more natural. So I'm hoping that these will be good for where I want them. I had to pick this up. Everything was 50% off, so this was $20. But I just love like the vintage look. Anything vintage and Halloween I'm obsessed with. So come October is when I will probably be setting out decor that's more Halloween focused. For now, I will be doing more fall. I needed to get some more white pumpkins. I wanted them to be like this cream color. I got a few of these little stems and then this pumpkin pillow. My child is making so much noise, so sorry about that. I have an orange one that I want to set next to this, so I was happy to find this. And then I got a few of these stems that just look like natural color leaves, so this will be really good. And then they had a sale right now at Joann's where this big straw bale was $8 and then these ones were $4. So I got a couple of them because I wanted some like middle size. I didn't want the huge ones that you get like when you go to the farms. I needed something a little bit smaller, but also not like too small, like the ones that you get at Walmart. So the idea here is pretty similar to what I did last year. So if you can remember, last year I wanted this to really look similar to a fall porch. Fall porches are like the most festive things in the world. And so last year I realized because we only get to enjoy them for like 5 seconds as we're walking into the house, I wanted to kind of bring that whole fall porch vibe into my house. And so last year was the first year I really made my mantle feel kind of like a fall porch. And so I'm going to do that again this year, but this time I'm going to be bringing in those straw bales. So that's something that I did not do last year. I think it'll help it feel a little bit more like a fall porch, However, I'm a little nervous. We do have a dog who is only 6 months old, and so we will see how she does with the straw. She might go crazy and rip through it, and if that's the case, then they will just go outside and we'll find a place for them. One other thing, this orange tree back here, I purchased this off Amazon. I'm gonna show it to you, but this is something that I will be putting on my porch because I'm not having like that bright of orange decor in my living room. So that will go on the porch. Again, the whole vibe here is fall porch, and I wanted all of the decor to look as realistic as possible. So we're going with the realistic pumpkins. I'll have a few mums, straw bales, probably some corn stalks because we have some dead corn out here in the garden that I could go out and grab right now. But yeah, anything you would expect to see on a fall porch, we're gonna put on the mantle. I did go ahead and pick up a few more pumpkins today, Joanne's, because I noticed I was short a few pumpkins, and I love the look of these. They look silly, but I love that because again, it makes it look a little bit more realistic. So the colors in here are very earthy tone. This is a little bright, but these mums, I love these mums. And I got these last year. I should have picked up a few more, but we have some real mums outside that I probably will bring in, at least for now, until I get a few more fake ones. And then I do have a few real pumpkins. I need to clean that off, but that is a real pumpkin. And then I always love to sprinkle some leaves down here. Yeah. Let's get started. All right, I'm actually gonna probably talk a little bit during this. Like I said, this is gonna be a little bit different than my normal decorate with me videos where I'm just like placing things and it's pretty music and all that, but I wanna just explain maybe as I'm going. So another thing that's different is we have our TV up here and it's not over here anymore. So one thing I wanna do, at least for the reveal of this, you know, is there is some really cute screensavers you can put on your TV to make it look like framed art. If I'm ever having like a holiday party, we'll say, I will put some kind of screensaver on here. To just make the living room look more styled. I don't know how else to say it, but it's just really cool to be able to put a screensaver on, and it looks cooler than having a TV up on the wall. I do remember last year, I put all the pumpkins up and then I had to go back and stick the stems in. So this year, I'm going to go ahead and do that first. I only have, I think I have 3 of these is all. I'm pretty sure these were from Joann's. I'm pretty sure that's where they're from. But they look very realistic. Like, I love the coloring of these stems. Let's see if you guys can, I don't know. They look really cool. I just kind of spaced them out, and then I'm going to just set one here. I have all this raffia all over them from last year. One there, and then I'm going to, let me bring this closer. I have one sitting right there. And then I'm going to have one with a little gap here in the center so that as I'm sticking pumpkins on here, I don't know, it flows a little better. Maybe now you know why I never am talking in my videos, because I have a child that likes to squeal. And then I'm going to just place this one down here to kind of just fill it a little bit better. This is what we're dealing with. It doesn't look too great yet. Now I'm going to start placing all the pumpkins. So I will just, obviously I can put some taller ones out here. I'm gonna have to stick some smaller ones underneath the TV for them to fit. And then the reason I got some raffia was because last year when I didn't do the straw bales, I wanted to have that same vibe. And so I thought if I were to just mix this in here with the leaves, that you would get that texture in here still without having the straw bales. But I loved how it turned out last year, so I'm going to include it again this year. I usually mess around quite a bit with these, so we'll see. I don't know how this is. I'm gonna have to just kind of shove this back like that. So I like them to be going in different directions. So this one is, you know, sitting normal. This one is kind of laying on its side. And then this one has a pick on it. These are really good if you want to like shove things and you need them to like hold. So I could put something like that there. I might end up going with a different color. We'll see as this goes. I'm going to put like, I don't know. This one's like one of those flat, weird looking ones, but I love them. I'm just gonna keep going, and I might be rearranging this as I go. I'm liking how this is looking so far. One thing I forgot to get was some twinkle lights. So I'm gonna have to go back and get some of those because I like to have those intertwined, and I don't know where I put them. Let's come finish over here. I don't know exactly what I want to do. I have these same pumpkins that are like the same color as over there. Probably there. Maybe something like that. And once I kind of like that, then I'm just going to go in with my raffia, and I just kind of shoved them behind the pumpkins like that. And we'll just kind of go all over the place with this. Now, this might not be very noticeable to most people, but if there's like a space where there aren't leaves, then I'll just go in with some extra leaves I have and just kind of, I don't know, stick some underneath. So I will just continue filling in some of these places, like right here, there are none. Kind of just shoving where I think there should be some leaves. I'm so afraid to commit to this, so I'm not gonna open it yet. So I'm going to just probably place them, I don't know, like this is kind of what I thought. And then I'm just gonna go around and place some pumpkins and some, I need to wash this, I already said that, but some pumpkins and some of my mums. I just picked this up at Hobby Lobby. These are never on sale, but this is only $14.99, and it is a heavy duty crock. So I thought this would be perfect to have some stems in right here, and that is why I picked these up. So I've already folded them to see if they'll even fit in here how I want them to. But what I like to do when I'm only doing, like I only have 3 of these, what I like to do is I will have one that's kind of coming out in one direction, and then these 2 are going to kind of stand straight up or go the opposite direction, if that makes sense. So I've just folded those down, and when they're a little more sparse like this, a lot of the times they look more realistic. I'm gonna do the same thing with these stems, so you can see how much taller this is than the actual vase. I'm just going to probably fold it right here. Okay, so that looks about right. And then I'll just shove it in here. And then again, I'll just be pulling out all of the different stems. And I just kind of go in all different directions. So I will pull it out to make it look very similar to what an actual tree would look like. So you can see how much more full that is. Just that's only 2 stems. And then we have one more that I'm going to be putting in here. Maybe I'll make this one a little bit taller. So I will fold it like right here for now, and we'll see if that's too tall, and if it isn't, I'll just fold it shorter. It is the next day, and there were a few things that I felt like I needed to tweak. I woke up and was like, okay, I know what I need to mess around with. And honestly, it was just next to the TV on this other side. There needed to be something that added height that wasn't just a candle. There's a lot of empty space right there. So I'll show you what I picked up. I picked up these candlesticks at Michael's, and I was looking for more of like a burnt orange candlestick that's tapered, and I could not find one, but I found these maroon ones, and then everything else was white, but you can't see white candles with a white background. So I grabbed those, but they actually ended up looking really pretty, I think, with these leaves. And again, I wanted it to look like real leaves that you would find outside this time of year. And I feel like this just helped add height right here. I do have this vase as well with those leaves, but I don't feel like those matched the mantle area very good because we're going with more of the red and orange tone. So I don't know, I feel like this was so empty on this space that I feel like this just helped a lot. Normally what I will do if I am seeing something is just not looking right, I will, sometimes I can just stand back and I realize, okay, it looks really clustered or heavy or unbalanced or something like that. But what I like to do is I will take a picture with my phone, and when I can observe it in a picture, for some reason, I am able to really decide what it is that's wrong. Because sometimes I'm looking at it and I'm like, I know I just don't like how it looks, but I don't know why. If I take a picture, I usually can figure out what it is that I'm not liking. So that's what I did. Last night I went to bed, I took a picture, and I was like, oh, there needs to be something tall over to the side of this. Again, that's kind of my train of thought of how I decorate the steps I'm doing in my head when I'm decorating for any holiday. So the other thing that I added was some corn stalks. Our corn was pretty short this year, so it actually worked out perfectly. I feel like it just looks so much like a literal front porch. I am going to take the plastic off because I've decided I definitely want to have those hay bales over there. I don't know, I'm loving how this is looking. My dog has not messed with anything except I came out this morning and I saw that she was chewing on this brand new pillow that I just bought yesterday. So she has unraveled all of the twine around the stem. So I'll probably just try to hot glue it. I don't know. I don't know if I can ever make it look the same. Dang it. So that's the only thing she's messed with so far. When I do take the plastic off the hay bales, I'm sure she's probably, I don't know. We're gonna cross our fingers that she doesn't mess with that. I wanted to show you how I find art for my TV, like my screensaver. So what I do is I will just go to YouTube and type in Vintage Art TV. This is the name of the YouTube channel. And there are so many pretty designs. So I'm just going to find, okay, so well, actually this first one right here is for fall. So let's just click on this. You can also turn your TV brightness down to make it look more realistic, like more like a painting. In the camera, it's picking up brighter than it actually is. It looks very much like an actual painting in real life. So I will just let this play, and it goes through like 4 pictures if I remember right, but it takes over 2 hours. So I think every 30 minutes, the picture will change.